Could Sonic the Hedgehog finally be coming out of the woodworks to positive reception? Find out all that and more up next. What up, guys? This is Kalo. I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, and today we're going to dive into the history of Sonic the Hedgehog, personally one of my favorite video game characters, and why his recent rise to fame out of the big screen and the upcoming Sonic Frontiers release might just be the perfect storm for Sega. Back in 1991, the Sega Corporation developed a lovable blue hedgehog by the name of Sonic to directly compete with the big bad titan that was the NES, and the Italian plumber from the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario. Now, here's a fun fact for you. The Sega Corporation settled on a hedgehog because of its shape. And simply put, a hedgehog can roll around in a video game and deal damage with its spikes. But at first, Sega wasn't entirely sold on the blue blur, and went as far as to test out an armadillo, porcupine, dog, and quote, an old guy with a mustache that would later on be Dr. Eggman. Now, we all know the rest is history when it comes to the chili-loving hedgehog, but what about his recent surge of popularity? Prior to his big screen debut, Sonic and the rest of the gang have been subject to outright train wrecks of video games. I'm looking at you, Sonic Boom. With the constant rollout of games like Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom, the IP that was once the pride and joy of Sega went cold, and it seemed as if Sonic was nothing more than a corpse you roll out every now and then and remember the good old days. But let's not focus on the negativity here, let's talk about some positives. While there has been more misses rather than hits, I truly believe Sonic has a great amount of good games to play that have the classic Sonic charm about them. Games like Sonic Adventure Battle 2 are Hall of Fame level games, and even games like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Heroes all have qualities about them that just make them special. Now, in order to truly understand the world that is Sonic the Hedgehog, we also must look at his supporting cast of friends and foes who have developed a cult-like following over the years and have even made jumps to the big screen, but we'll get to that later. Right off the bat, having made his debut in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in 1992, Tails Miles Prower is the dual-tailed fox that has taken up the role of the tech guy in Sonic's main team. Secondly, we have Knuckles the Echidna, who first made his appearance in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 1994, and has been a mainstay and the sole protector of the Master Emerald ever since. I'd also be remiss without mentioning the meme of the century here, Uganda Knuckles. Of course, we can really dive down the rabbit hole here and mention characters like Big the Cat. Oh, those froggy flashbacks. Cream the Rabbit, and Sonic's #1 fan, of course, Amy Rose. But I think it's time we focused on the rogue gallery of villains that Sonic has faced over the years. Jumping right into it, we might as well bring up Dr. Robotnik himself, who has appeared in nearly all of the Sonic games that were ever made. And of course, he's always on the hunt with those Chaos Emeralds. Next up, we have Shadow the Hedgehog, who debuted in Sonic Adventure 2 and is pretty much the genetic clone of Sonic. Now, Shadow rose to unprecedented levels of popularity with fans, and Sega even went as far as to release an edgier style of Sonic game, where the man literally wields a pistol and a whole bunch of guns. And the devil's involved? Yeah, that's a thing. But the whole point of this Sonic video was to talk about Sonic right now. The past is in the past, and right now I'd go as far to say Sonic is in a little bit of a resurgence. The Sonic movie in 2020 was met with a little bit of, how should I put this? Negative responses, and that's putting it kindly. The studio behind the film took it upon themselves to release screenshots of the character model who looked far and away from the Sonic we knew and loved. With skinny legs and weirdly shaped humanoid hands, and let's not forget the very unsettling rows of teeth, the originally slated Sonic movie was pushed back, thankfully, to send the studio back to the drawing board, and it proved to be the best choice the studio could have ever made. But don't worry, Ugly Sonic found work and appeared in surprisingly a Disney Plus movie by the name of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Sonic was in a Disney movie. Wild times we live in. Wild times. Now, after a few months of speculation, a redone trailer was then released for the Sonic movie to the public, and it was met with a lot of buzz. Rightfully so. With actors like Ben Schwartz voicing Sonic himself, and the icon himself, Jim Carrey, taking on the role of Dr. Robotnik, the stage was set for our first look at Sonic on the big screen. The movie was released with a decent amount of fanfare, netting a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 93% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, and just like that, Sonic was slated for a sequel. Fast forward 2 years and we were presented with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, with voice actor Colleen O'Shaughnessy reprising her role as Tails, and Idris Elba voicing Knuckles the Echidna. The movie's second outing broke box office records when it came to video game movies, netting $331.64 million in the box office, only to beat its previous entry, which also happened to be the said record holder at the time. And personally, having Sonic Adventure being the very first game I ever played, and having it be the thing that got me into gaming, this movie alone did everything right, not only by the character of Sonic himself, but casting for everyone around him, especially like Knuckles, Tails, and Dr. Eggman himself. They were all perfectly chosen and written. Not to mention all the little nods to previous games and shows, and a little bit of obscure backstory like Knuckles' love for raisins. Yeah, I didn't know that either. But you're welcome for that. Now, at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we got a post-credit scene where the highly anticipated arrival of Shadow was presented to us for Sonic 3, and it's looking like it's going to take direct inspiration from Sonic Adventure 2. If we're following the formula for the movies, this is a very welcome entry in the series. I also firmly believe we're getting a character like Amy and potentially Rouge the Bat in the next entry, or more specifically, Rouge can be introduced in the Knuckles series that's coming to Paramount Plus, since that character is pretty much closely tied to him. But let's focus on where Sonic made his bread and butter, and that's in his video games. Back in May, Sonic fans got their first glimpse into Sonic Frontiers, which is said to be, according to the Sonic Frontiers official website, an experience like never before. Accelerate to new heights and experience the thrill of high velocity, open zone freedom. Battle powerful enemies as you speed through the Starfall Islands, landscapes brimming with dense forest, overflowing waterfalls, and sizzling deserts. Now, this game will be open-zoned, more or less along the lines of Sonic Forces, and will be a departure from the linear style of games that Sonic is pretty much known for. So far, the game's beautiful landscapes, enemy types, and methods of traversal around the open zones looked like a step in the right direction when it comes to a Sonic game. While no specific release date was confirmed in the Sonic Frontiers website, this game is slated to drop in holiday 2022, and it'll be available for PS4 and 5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the PC. So with all this being said, this begs the question: is Sonic back? And more specifically, are you interested to see where they take Sonic as an IP on the big screen and the small screen? Because personally, I think they're building something special here when it comes to Sonic, and I just want all the Sonic content in the world. But that about does it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.